So some babies started telling me, Mama Nancy, Mom told me I come at your doorstep and nikanyange na matope.
Ha.
So I would ask her,
why?
Why? I don't know. Guess what? I come in the evening. I meet my baby is cut. Deep cuts.
What?
Deep cuts.
Walimkata na nini?
Me, I think walitumia kisu. The way the cuts were deep, walitumia kisu. Yeah, I came to learn that he had some sort of ufimbe kwa gallbladder, and he was having bleeding ulcers and low blood pressure. So all put together.
Combined together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would see her from a distance.
Yeah.
Because now she was the main person there.
Life is a journey, and in every journey there are bumps. The road may not always be smooth, but in every journey, everyone's choice is to reach their destination in the best way possible. And in this show, we call it Scars to Stars Show on Royalty Divine. And my name is Pastor Mrs. Julie B. Akama as your host this lovely day. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt, this program is going to be an encouragement to someone. It's going to bring hope to someone. It's going to bring a new beginning to someone. And I'm certain by the end of this show, your life can never remain the same again. And I'm always excited to come your way whenever I'm not alone. And today I have a beautiful woman on set with me with a golden heart. A woman that has seen it all, a woman that has gone through the high waters, a woman that has gone through the valley, a woman that has gone through the high mountains, and God has brought her out by the grace of God. She's still alive and she's still making it. She's here this lovely day to encourage you that life may have scars, but you have to fight your way to win and to be a star. I want you to put your hands together as we welcome my guest on show today, and I'm excited to let her introduce herself this morning. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
I'm very, very excited to have you on set this morning. Yeah, I hope that you are excited to be here with us.
Too. Thank you so much for having me.
Karibu sana.
Okay.
Please, you may very quickly go ahead and just let us know your beautiful names. Where you come from. If you come from Kenya, where specifically in Kenya, there's no point of saying the tribe, but where specifically you come from. Maybe you can tell us from how many, a family of how many you come from, just a little bit about yourself and your background and where you went to school, whether you went to campus or whether you went to college, and then we'll pick it up from there. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Pastor Julie.
Yes.
My name is Grace Kihianyu. I was born and raised in Nyandarua County. That is a place near Nyahururu town.
Okay.
We were born in a family of 9. I am the fourth born.
Wow.
And I have one kid, one baby girl. And I went to school in Nyahururu. And later on I came to Nairobi for college.
Yeah.
And I'm an accountant by profession.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was it growing up? What was it like growing up in a family of 9? Us, we are 4, and one went, so we are 3. I keep on saying that one went last year, so I keep on still introducing him in absentia. But being in a family of 9 must be interesting, right?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
And like when you're 9, there are so many challenges.
Competition,
attention
one seeking.
Another, what. But it's good.
Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah.
It was good, eh?
Yeah, it was good.
So all of you, the 9 of you, were from one father, one mother, or you had a stepmom?
No, we had one of our siblings came with my mom.
Okay.
So, but all the 8 of us were from one dad, one mother.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
One thing about the older generation, one thing they knew how to do, which is slowly losing touch in our generation, is they knew how to bring forth children.
Sure.
Hizi tunakwama unasikia wewe unasema uko na mmoja, mimi niko na wawili, na yule mwingine anasema hata sitaki. The way I am, I need to just stay by myself, which at the end of the day also times are changing. That time raising children was very easy. School was easy. Food was available where you are. Rent was not there. Okay. So but also looking at the way time is changing, I'm certain that's the reason as to why we are going that way. The way of reducing on the children.
Really changing.
So today I'm very excited to have you on board. Welcome again. We usually really uphold women that agree to come on Royalty Divine, and especially Scars to Stars, to share their story. I usually say anyone that shares their story is very bold and very courageous, because many people outside here are walking head high, you know, shoulders lifted with high heels and looking all beautiful, but they are broken inside, and they don't want to open up and say I'm going through something, or I've been through this road, I don't like where I am, I'm suffering, I need help. But anyone that comes forth and shares their story, one, you really are very bold. Number two, you have decided to be help to someone else and just be an encouragement. And so we are happy to have you on set. Once again, karibu sana.
Asante.
Yes, please take us right into your story. You've given us a background of how your childhood was, and you've told us it was a beautiful childhood. Being 9 children, definitely it was fun. Haukuwa peke yako. And again also you went to school, went to primary school, went to high school, then you came to college. So what happened during your college life? Because that is where probably the story is flowing through. Okay.
My story doesn't begin in my college. My college life was fine. I was good until when I started working.
That was your first job, eh?
My first job. No, it was my second job.
Your second job,
because my first job was in Nyahururu, way back home. But I came to Nairobi, now searching for greener pastures. And my story now begins there.
When you came to Nairobi now.
When I came to Nairobi. So at first, the company I used to work for was very nice. But along the way, I don't know what happened. Because it reached a point now, I could see discrimination on me. And it was only me because others were fine. My bosses started not talking to me.
How many did you have?
I had 3 bosses. I was under like 3 bosses because there was the MD, the finance director, and the group accounts manager. So I was under all of those. The
3 of them.
So it reached a point I could not understand people anymore. And I got so distressed. Because no one came up to tell me, we are treating you because of this.
What was the issue?
I didn't know the issue actually, because like you could see people that are just discriminating you over the others. Like somebody would just come, say hi to people surrounding me, and they could not say hi. They could not say hi to me.
Wow.
My job.
And that was not so.
It was not so before that.
You had a good relationship with your colleagues.
Very good, even with my bosses. Actually, I really learned a lot
from them.
So now this time, it was back in 2012, and I started working for them in 2006. Yes.
So that is 6 years down the line is when you start seeing change.
Is when I start seeing change. So I got so much depressed. And this time I was having a relationship with one of the people at work. And we decided to stay together. And the time we were staying together, I was already pregnant.
Before you go further, in the 6 years, there was no relationship with any one of your colleagues, right?
No.
So in the 6 years when you were working, it was all good?
It was all good.
So when you started this relationship is when trouble in paradise came?
But my relationship had started earlier on, like a year before. That is what was in 2011. And that year was fine. Only that some girls would come and the person I was relating to was a boss.
Yeah.
And you know, girls, they may want the boss or something. So I had challenges with girls, but that was fine. It was okay with me. I would handle the challenges.
Yeah. How did the relationship come? Is the one who approached you or just happened?
He's the one who approached me.
Okay.
In a very funny way. But for me, I was hesitant.
Yeah.
Because now he's my boss, how would we go along?
Yeah.
He would call, now I started fearing him. He would call and I wouldn't pick his call.
Yeah, when now he started showing
interest.
Yeah.
So, but I think it just happened. It just started and things started.
Yeah.
But I noticed change.
Did you love him?
Time. I used to love him.
Did he love you?
Yes, he used to love me so much. So I started noticing change in 2012.
Yeah.
And as I've told you, people started discriminating me over others. Like the one I've just told you, they wouldn't say hi to me. They were saying hi to people around me. They would like hike salaries.
Yours is there, the same place. Yeah.
They give people bonuses I'm not given.
Wow.
And now this time I've realized I'm pregnant.
So in your realizing you're pregnant, had you moved in with your boss?
No, I hadn't moved in.
No, you hadn't.
I hadn't moved in.
So you had dated for like how long? So you realized you're pregnant?
We had dated from 2011,
but
my pregnancy came in 2013 February.
Ah, okay.
So, but we had not moved in.
Yeah.
So, but he told me, you just stay there. I'll take care of the expenses I can, and you take care of others.
Yeah. So you stay kwenye unaishi?
Kwenye naishi. But I am planning of how we are going to stay together. But now this is the time I've realized there's all these things happening around me.
Yeah.
So stress started getting inside me.
Yeah.
And I realized even where I was living, there was a behavior like the one at work.
The discrimination.
The discrimination.
And was he coming where you were living, or you?
No, he didn't. He never used to come oftenly, but once in a while he used to come.
Okay.
So I would just sit down and ask myself, kwani, why are people discriminating me?
You couldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand. And then now I'm pregnant. So, you know, that is like twice stress. Because you're pregnant, people are behaving in a weird way. At home, the same thing happened.
Back at home?
Back at home.
And you had a good relationship with your siblings?
Very good.
Wow. Even your parents?
Most of them used to call me when they had any problem. They used to call me so much. But now they're not calling me. Even your parents? My parents were late by then.
Oh, sorry.
Because this is 2011. My mom passed on in 2009. My dad in 1996.
Oh, okay.
So both were late. So it is my siblings. So it got in me slowly by slowly until I realized now it's like I'm depressed. And the time I'm realizing I'm depressed, I am like 6 months pregnant. So I carried on the pregnancy, and by the grace of God, I was able to reach at 7 months. And that is where now trouble started. Serious one. Because now I realized I was not well, my body was not okay, and I'm pregnant. So I could just go to hospitals now and then, and finally I called him and told him now, I don't think... That time you have not moved in? I've not moved on. Okay. I've moved in with him. Oh, because I moved in with him now at this point. Yeah, when now you became pregnant? And I'm sick. Oh, yeah. At 7 months. Almost 7 months. I was 6 months and some weeks, like 3 weeks. So that is when now I started noticing, even changing him, because I used to tell him now, I think I'm sick. He would just take his time, or just ignore, or just tell me, just do whatever you want, such things. No care. No care. Or even block me. Oh. And block me after sometimes. So I would tell God, now I'm pregnant and my baby needs me. So what next? I should not look at this person. I should just be alone now and my God. Was he coming home every day? No, he wasn't coming. He used to come like once in a week. Okay. So now this time I'm sick.
Yeah.
He came at home to pick me and take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
So when he took me to the hospital is when we talked. He said, now you need to move in. Now I told him where. He said, I'm organizing. And that was all. So I called him and asked him, now you told me you're organizing and I'm not well. So when am I like coming close to you? Because I don't feel like it is safe for me to stay alone.
Yeah.
Yes, it is not really safe. So he told me I was staying in a rental house. I used to pay my rent. So he told me just move from that place and come to Nyawe Estate. He had a house there. So I moved in.
Yeah.
So when I went there, he again wouldn't come there. He used to live in Bahati. I am going to Nyawe Estate. And I'm working. And I'm sick.
Yeah.
So one day is when I called him again. I told him, do you know you'll meet me dead in this house? He told me why.
Yeah.
I told him the way I'm feeling, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
He said, but you can stay like 2 weeks. I look for another way. I told him 2 weeks are too many for me to stay alone. I'm telling you what I'm feeling in my body.
Yeah.
So he told me, Maina will come picking you. The Maina was the brother, picking you up and take you to his house.
Yeah.
Okay, inside me, I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't have a choice. Because where do I go? I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm sick.
Yeah.
So I told him, when is he coming? He told me even today he can pass by there.
Yeah.
So he came, picked me, and took me to his house.
Yeah. Can I just ask a question at this point?
Yes, please.
Did you ever suspect that probably he was married?
No, I was not suspicious in that.
Yeah.
Because like a very close friend of me, who they came from the same vicinity at Nyeri, would tell me the guy is not married, he stays here and there, and I would go also to Bahati. I used to visit him.
But so, no, he never wanted to settle down, like stay in the same house with you.
He never used to stay with me.
Okay.
When I ask him, he's making plans for that.
Okay, so Maina comes,
picks me, takes me to Kahawa Sukari, to his place. Yeah. So when he took me there, now because we were working in the same compound, but different companies.
Yes, yeah.
So we would go home with him. He had a car, so I would go with him. So one day, as we were going home, he noticed a funny behavior with me. He noticed he's telling me stories, I'm just sleeping. So he told me, do you know you're sick? I said, no, how am I sick? I'm not feeling it. He said, no, you're sick. You know, I'm talking to you, you are deep asleep. Yeah. I said, now what could be the problem? He said, do you know BP people behave like you? Those people who hike BP when they are pregnant. Yeah. So tomorrow you need to go to the hospital. I said, okay, fine. So he called the brother. Yeah. I told the brother, no, you need to come tomorrow very early and take Grace to the hospital. Yeah. So the brother comes in the morning, we go to Kenyatta. So at Kenyatta is where I left him at the parking. So I went straight to the doctor because it's the place I was going. So I knew the place very well. I went to the doctor. So I told the doctor, I'm feeling like this. So the doctor looking at me, my legs were swollen and my eyes. My whole face actually. So the doctor tells me, you need to go to the lab. I tell the doctor it's fine. So I go to the lab. That is when after the results came out, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. Yeah,
which is a very bad condition.
Sure. Yeah. So the doctor told me, here we need to be very careful because this condition is not good. We can lose either you or the baby or both.
Yeah.
So he asked me, where is he? I told him I left him at the parking. So he told me, call him because we need to go to the
admission. There goes admission.
Yes. Yeah. So he comes, he pays for the deposit and I'm admitted. So I push in the hospital ward like for 2 weeks. And now I noticed a funny thing. My baby was not kicking like she used to kick before. Yeah. So I told the doctor and the doctor came and just did what do we call it? An investigation. And he said, you can see the movements are decreasing.
Slow.
They're slow. So he told me now, this thing, we have to go to the theater immediately.
Yeah.
Yes. So I told him now, he told me, we need your husband to come and sign. I told him he works along Mombasa Road. Him getting here, he'll take some time because of the jam and all that.
Yeah.
So he told me we can even go ahead, but I will call him because he used to have his number.
Yeah.
I will call him and tell him we are taking you to the theater and it is an emergency. So he called him, and you know what? This time we don't have even one baby clothes.
You had not shopped.
I used to tell him we need to shop for the clothes. He used to tell me, no, wait, we'll go. Because we'll just go and shop in less than an hour and come back. So he came, but he came when the baby was already out. He's the one who received the baby. So I had my baby, she was taken to nursery. I don't know, what is it called? Is it nursery?
It's a nursery.
It's a nursery. Yes, she was taken there, but now she was not put in the cot. Put in the incubator. She was put in the cot for 9 days.
Meaning it was a stable baby.
It was a stable baby.
How many kgs was she, if you can remember?
I can't remember. 1.7.
Okay.
Yes,
1.7, and they chose not to put her in an incubator.
She was out. Actually, she was a very fine baby because she really used to cry a lot. She was the
normal.
Very normal.
Nice.
So after 9 days, we were discharged. So we went home. Now I was asking myself, where will I be taken? Now that I was in the brother's house.
The brother was married?
Yeah, he's married with 2 kids.
Okay. How was the wife behaving towards you?
Okay. Normally, I would say not so well, but I had no choice, as I told you.
I know.
Because now, you see that now the discrimination I told you, it is still in this house. Sometimes they would even switch off the lights at night when the baby went, because I went there, I was taken there after I came out of the hospital. They switch off the lights at night, and the baby needs the light.
Okay.
Then you need something they don't give you. So I was trying to cope because I had no choice. He decided to take me there. I was not comfortable, but what do I do? So I stayed there for 3 months. With me having ups and downs, my baby getting sick and all that. And I stayed there for 3 months. At the end of the 3 months is when he comes and tells me, now I had spoken to my brother, you stay here for only 3 months. So I told him, but I can go back to Nyawa Estate. No. Why? I don't have money at this time. But now, me, I could not see any relationship between the money and staying there.
Because that house was his.
And, you know, even though I went to get a house to rent, I would still pay rent and all that. But he tells me he has no money and I won't stay in Nyawa Estate again. So he took me to Utawala. I got a rental house and I started staying there with my baby. Now he's staying still in Bahati. But he used to come every weekend. He's there. He comes with shopping and all that. But now it started decreasing. The visits started decreasing and even shopping. He wouldn't shop anymore.
Have you gone back to work at this point?
I've not gone back at work. Because we had an agreement, me and him, I breastfeed the baby for 6 months. Now you see, it's a premature baby.
Again, and also he's a boss, so he has the capacity to maneuver you around.
You are right. And again, the baby is premature. So we are thinking well for the baby. So I stayed at home for 6 months. So after I came from the brother's place, I stayed in Utawala for another 3 months before I went back to work. So at this time, I'd realized now the behavior of people around me were increasingly bad. I used to be stalked. I used to talk to somebody, they talk to me rude, even when I go to purchase things. And there are people I don't know. Where I used to live, people used to discriminate me so much. They would just my water would be cut.
Steamer.
So I have no supply for water, steamer and all that. So I was so much depressed. And I used to ask myself, now if I get a house help, these people that I can see, they are talking one thing and they are doing one thing. It's like they are against me in a way, and they're the same people I'll ask for house help from them. How will the house help behave? But when the baby was 4 months, I decided to get a house help. So we can stay with the house help for 2 months and go back to work. But that time is when now the house help started mistreating the baby. I would leave the baby, and she's only 4 months, and she would like remove her clothes.
Imagine.
And just leave her there.
Imagine. Who does that?
So when I come, now the baby, the nasal whatever, she has a nasal blockage. So I have to go back to the hospital. So I go to the hospital, the baby is treated, and I'm out. So I would ask God now, because I'll go back to work, how will I leave my baby? Because now the behavior, she used, like, you would see her, like, she would do things, like, she would break things in the house on purpose. It's not accidental. And she would do weird things in the house. She would go to the bathroom and she's not flushing. She would just do weird things in the house. Yes. She would even like sleep and no, I don't want to say that thing. But when she was on her periods, she would leave them there and stay for.
Oh my.
So I would tell God, now what kind of a behavior is this?
And you never thought of sacking her or something?
So I stayed with that one for just 1 month.
Okay.
But why I sacked her is because she stole my money from my bag. She took 1,000, and that time 1,000 was a lot of money.
When was that? 21?
I think that time was 2013.
Yeah.
November or December. So that was a lot of money.
It was.
So I sacked her because she said she's not the one, but she was the one.
Yeah.
We were only two of us in the house.
Yeah.
So she went. So now I got another one. The behavior was still the same. But I told God, now until when will I change? This is just the beginning. So I told God, let me persevere with this one. I go back to work, I'll see her behavior going forward. So I went back to work. Now at work, that behavior I told you still continues.
The discrimination
part. No one is talking to you. Like when I went back, it's like nobody like wanted me to go back. But now I would ask myself, why? They were just good before, but why now? Did I change or did they change? Or what am I doing I was not doing, or what was I doing I'm not doing right?
Yeah, that is triggering that behavior.
Yeah, that behavior. No one was there to answer me.
Yeah.
You know, when nobody answers you, get depressed.
Yeah, you wonder. You really wonder
because now I told you my work had already been given to my junior.
Imagine after maternity.
And now I'm just there watching people. I don't know whether I was sacked and I'm not told. So it reached a point I would ask like some friends, close friends, should I quit? Or maybe they sacked me and they don't want to tell me. Or maybe they're frustrating me for me to go.
Yeah.
So friends would tell me, like, if they're still paying you, you just stick there.
Yeah.
Because of your baby.
Yeah.
You know, now the dad is not supportive.
Yeah.
He stopped like.
And you're seeing him every day in that office.
And he's not talking to me.
Yeah.
So I continued. Now it reached a point. They told me I am to be taken to a sister company.
How is the baby at that time? And the house helps?
The baby, we are still going to the hospital now and then. The house help is still doing funny things in the house. They're breaking
but you're
things.
Managing.
Okay, I reached a point I told God, now until when will I change them? Let me just try. If I will not be able to continue with her, I'll get another one. But where do I get another one? From the people who are really telling them things that they will do in my house.
In the house,
Yeah, either my siblings or my friends. But what do? I don't have a choice again. So I said, let me give myself like strength to still carry on. But I would tell God, just be with me. Be with me in this journey, because it's like everybody is against me. I'm all alone with my baby and my God. So it reached a point now when they told me to go to the other company, I just went.
Yeah.
But I know they had planned when I go there, I get sacked.
You realized that?
Yeah, I realized.
Yeah.
And when I went there, I met a boss who was very hostile on me. Very hostile. Like every day was an issue day, and if you look at the issue, there's
absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But every day is an issue.
Yeah.
You know, I started like disliking job. Have you ever disliked something you used to like?
Because of an environment.
Because of the environment.
Yeah.
Environment you're living
Yeah.
in. I started disliking job, and I used to like that job so much. So I would even come to work at 10.
Here?
Because now I don't want this job. I don't want the environment anymore. I'm doing all my best to work, but nobody is seeing.
Yeah, you have a bad environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at that company, I was the supervisor in the accounts, and I was doing almost everything.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all my best, but they are not seeing.
Yeah.
So one day is when now the HR comes, the group HR comes and tells me you need to resign. I looked at her face.
Yeah.
It was not like entertaining. So
It was not a joke.
It was not a joke.
Yeah.
So I asked, should I ask her why? But something just told me, you have always not been told what you did.
Yeah.
So will she tell you even right now?
Yeah.
But again, I say, let me ask her why. She said that the way your friends left here, you can also leave.
The question is, are you going in the same place with your friends?
Don't even have a place to go. Them, they got a place to go to. Another job.
Yeah.
Me, I have not gotten another job, and that's why I'm still working with them.
Yeah.
But she's telling me you can follow your friends.
Oh, okay.
So that is when now
the job ended.
The job ended that day.
In a company that you had worked for how long?
14 years.
14 good years of your time.
That was 2016.
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
And I started working with them in 2006 January.
Yes.
So the job goes like that. And the following day, I come now to finish everything. This is 2016 January. It is when I'm clearing with the company.
Yeah.
And it is the last time I see my baby daddy. Because I met him at the gate when I was leaving now the company for good.
Yeah.
I've cleared everything.
Yeah.
I meet him at the gate, and you know what? He's laughing. So he's happy about my sacking or something.
Yeah.
So I leave. So I don't know whether I was so much stressed that I went and entered just a church.
Yeah.
A church I've never been into.
Yeah.
I entered and sat down. If you ask me what I was doing there, I wouldn't tell you. And I didn't pray. I did nothing in the church. I came out and I went home.
Then you went home.
Nobody Nobody even understood why I went to the church. Even some people would look at me there because no one was in the church.
Yeah.
But I went, sat down, and walked out.
Wow, just hold it right there.
Yeah.
You who thinks you're going through frustration in the office, imagine working for 14 good years and then you're forced to resign and you have a small baby. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Royalty Divine Women's Show, a show that is entirely meant to build the woman to become the best version of herself. And this lovely day, I'm here with a beautiful lady on Scars to Stars set on Royalty Divine Women's Show, and she's absolutely encouraging us and speaking to us in so many diverse ways. And her name is Grace. And we had progressed on. If you've missed the first half of our program, you can run on my YouTube channel, that is Juliet Bernard Akama. You'll be able to get the whole story right there. But without wasting much time, let's go back to the story Scars to Stars with Grace. Once again, karibu tena.
Asante.
Yes, now you are telling me of the discrimination. It was happening at your place of work badly. You got to a point whereby you had worked for the company for 14 years and now they sack you, and your baby daddy, who is among the bosses, is happy that you have been sacked.
Yes.
Same discrimination is happening around your estate where you live, and you're facing discrimination everywhere. You don't understand what really is happening.
Yeah.
And you're now sacked. What is life after that? How is your baby? How is your relationship with your baby daddy? And this is a man you are seeing like almost every other day in the office. They were not supporting at all. Just take us further.
Okay, I had not realized my baby was having a condition before.
Okay. How old is she now?
Now she's 4.
From 2013?
No, 3 years.
20
She's 3 years.
Yeah.
And now this is when I realized now the baby all along has had a condition.
Yeah.
Because she used to reach her milestone later than other kids.
Yeah.
Like sitting down, she sat at 8 months.
Yeah.
At 2 years and 7 months, she had not walked.
Oh.
So I decided now I'll seek an opinion from a doctor. She told me, you get a therapist. So a therapist used to come at my home every Saturday. It goes on, and I say, no, my baby is having a lot of pains. The therapies are painful.
Oh.
Because they do it like manual.
Okay.
This amtungi that is kept there, the legs are done like this. It was too painful. As the baby used to cry, I used to cry. So I said, God, now this is enough. After 2 months, this is baby is going through a lot.
Yeah.
I told God, you gave me this baby with a purpose. I'm telling you right now, God, just heal her, let her walk.
Yeah.
So when she reached 2 years and 11 months, she walked. But I had noticed she had a kind of a behavior, like she's hyper. She would just throw things anywhere, like scatter them. So I'd noticed a very weird behavior with her.
Yeah.
But now, when she reached 3 years, is when I realized I think I need special attention.
Yeah.
Because she used to cry at night so much. The baby daddy used to be very hostile to me. He used to like abuse me so much.
Verbally?
Yeah. In fact, even on text, because now like we never used to communicate via anything else, text, because he had blocked me.
Yeah. That time you don't have a job.
I don't have a job.
Yeah.
He has blocked me. He's not helping me financially.
And here's the baby who's unwell.
Unwell.
Yeah.
But now, if it comes to the hospital bills, he used to clear them, but with a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I had to insist until I'm tired.
Okay. Was the baby diagnosed? What was the issue?
So at 3 years is when she was diagnosed. She was autistic.
Oh.
Yes. That condition is characterized by those symptoms like
delayed milestones. Yeah.
Hyper. She was very hyperactive.
Yeah.
And she could do like weird things, kujigongesha kwa wall. So when I told him, you didn't care, that it was not anything to care about.
Yeah.
So I told God, now it is me and my kid. And I will die with her, because now you gave me this kid with a purpose.
Yeah. So how was life then?
Life after that, let me tell you, it was not easy.
Yeah.
Because I went to another job after that.
Yeah.
A friend got a job for me.
Yeah.
And after 3 months, I was sacked the same way.
In the same way. Someone replaced you.
Someone replaced me.
You got another job, or what happened?
So I stayed in the house like for 1 month. Another friend calls me and tells me there's a job at Ngara.
Wow.
I go there, I start working.
Yeah.
I'm working at Ngara. No, they started frustrating. The boss started frustrating me, like literally now. Shouts. Every day was an issue day.
I know.
For nothing.
I know.
So I told God, now, I think I'm depressed. I would feel I was not okay. So I told God, now, let me quit this job. And when I was going home, is when I decided now enough is enough.
Yeah.
I think I've really gone through too much. Let me end my life.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure if I'll end my baby's life.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about
That's
that.
a mother. You can do anything to yourself, but not the child. Yeah.
But again, I was thinking, the baby daddy doesn't care. My people do not care about me. My friends do not care.
Who will you leave the baby?
So who will bring up the kid?
Yeah.
So it is good if I am to take away my life. I take away even the baby's life. So I went to an agrovet. I told them I have a cow.
You're the cow.
I know. I need to control ticks. It has a lot of ticks. So the man at the agrovet asked me, okay, fine, this for this match. Even I can't remember the prices.
Yeah.
For this match and for this match. I said, now bring any.
That was 2017?
It was 2017. I said any.
Yeah.
So he gives me, I go at home. And I get at home.
Plan to kill yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm so determined because I can't go through this anymore.
Yeah.
So when I get at home, I meet my house help. I don't want to tell her again, I'm not working. So I go straight to the bedroom and the baby was asleep. So I opened the medicine to control ticks. I placed on the table and now I started thinking about the whole thing. So I'm like, should I start all with the baby? I said, let me start with myself.
Yeah.
But again, I started asking myself, the baby is too young. Me, I've lived 30-something years, but her, she has not even started.
I know.
She's only 4 years. So how, I don't know.
Yeah.
I started telling God, do I really need to do this? But God, why are you taking me through all this? That is when I threw away the medicine. It is splashed over the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it was smelling too much, but now the house help didn't smell anything.
Yeah.
So I took a duster, I dust the medicine and I sit down. Then I asked myself, now from here, what next? I had some money, kidogo.
Yeah.
So I said, wacha nieke biashara this time round and see if there can be a difference.
Yeah.
My house help tells me I know of a house somewhere Thika Road, along Thika Road.
Yeah.
You can put up even if it's a shop.
Yeah.
You can put up. So I go there and start a shop.
Yeah.
I sold only, I think, for 1 month. The second month, no one was buying in that shop.
At all.
At all. So I would wake up and ask myself, now what kind of a business is this?
You closed.
I decided to close. So when I closed, now I decided to get out of Nairobi.
Yeah.
Because now I'm discouraged.
Yeah.
Everything is discouraging me, not work, not anything.
Nothing.
But now when I wanted to get out of Nairobi, I would ask myself where to. If I went where my siblings are, the same pattern.
Yeah. It was all over. The rejection was all over.
Rejection was all over. But I said, let me go. What am I going to do there? I don't know. Let me just go.
To your sister?
Yes. And that time I remember I had 30,000 with me.
Yeah.
So I went to my sister's. And like after like 2 weeks, I got a job.
In where?
Okay,
where
I'm very good at networking.
Yeah.
But again, I'm an introvert. But life had shown me the worst part of it. So I decided I knew how to network.
Yeah.
Because if I entered even in a town, I would just go and meet anybody, even a stranger, and talk to them.
Oh.
So this time I had been given by my house help a number for a woman. I decided to call the woman. She used to look for jobs for people. I called her and told her I need a job. Told me I would go to this and this place. I saw an advert for an accountant.
Okay. When you left Nairobi, you went to which town?
Nyeri.
Okay.
I'm in Nyeri now. So life has started.
At your sister's?
Yes, life has started. And you know, my baby is getting sick now and then. She has not healed.
Yeah. Autism is a condition.
And other sicknesses.
Yeah.
Like
it comes
pneumonia,
with
like what, all that.
Yeah.
So this time, I started working.
Yeah.
I got a job there. and I started working.
I'm counting it's the 4th job. The first one you got in Nyanda, in Nyahururu.
Yes.
The second one you got the 14-year-old job, and this one you got in Ngara.
Yes.
And now this one.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So now I got a job. I started working, and this time, okay, I am not myself.
Yeah, you're not okay.
Even though you see me smiling, it's just a smile.
Physical.
Have you had somebody, I don't know, a walking corpse? I was that. Because I just used to do things, but I'm not myself.
Yeah.
So I got this job, and we start working. That I used to work in that job.
You're all
like a donkey, actually. But now the discrimination, no one would like tell you are doing your best. Just showing you how you're not doing anything. Yeah. Even the boss would like abuse you or something, and you're the accountant. You'd like favor the other accountant, and used to do nothing, just used to come. Yeah. He was just there. He just used to come and used to do nothing. Yeah. So you'd favor him over me.
The baby, okay, and the baby daddy. The baby now is how old?
The baby now, that was 2018. So the baby is 5 years.
5 years. Has she gone to school yet?
Not yet.
Okay, because of the condition. Okay. Yes. Baby daddy, has he looked for you? Does he know what you're going through?
Okay, he used to know, because I know they used to communicate even with my sister behind my back. Yeah. But now my sister wouldn't tell me. So I stayed there after 8 months. Yeah. With the discrimination and all that, and we were stalking on the road and discrimination at home and all that, because even at my sister's, I used to just stay. Yeah. Because I was stressed. Yeah. So now somebody does a mistake. I know they had planned with the boss, and I am told it's me who will be sacked. Yes.
For another person's mistake. Okay. How does that work? I don't know.
I have never heard that. But I had it in my life that time. So I am sacked. Yeah. I go. My sister tells me it's time you vacate my house.
After sacking?
Yes. And my baby is sickly. My baby has a condition. Yeah. So you need people to support you emotionally and physically and all that.
Nothing.
No one is supporting. Yeah. So I'm told get out of my house. I go to a stranger who used to sell milk in the hotel I used to work for. Yeah. And I stay for 1 month. That is when again I got a job.
5th job?
Yes. In a matatu company.
As an accountant?
As an accountant.
Yeah.
But I'm getting paid 9,000.
What?
Yes.
Hey. And you have to pay rent?
Everything.
And you have
food,
an autistic
clothes,
child.
And you have a special kid who needs to eat.
Yes.
And this time the stalking had really gotten to its worst.
You're telling me that stalking was someone would call your name as you're walking?
Someone would just come and start talking to you on the road. You don't know them. Or a car would stand and somebody would just start talking to you in the car and you don't know them. And you can see kabisa, they know it is you they need to talk to, because you're walking with other people on the road, so many of them, but they pick you.
And then you also mentioned they would call your name.
Yes, some would call my name. Some would just stand and just talk nothing. You don't even know what they are talking. Yeah. And at this point is when I realized completely kabisa, these people were doing things they are planning. Because when I was staying in Nyeri in a certain plot, now kids started coming in my house, because now the baby is big and she could talk, so they are coming to the baby. So some babies started telling me, Mama Nancy, Mom told me I come at your doorstep and nikanyange na matope.
Ha.
So I would ask her,
why?
I don't know. Another day she comes, Mama Nancy, you remember when Nancy alimwagiliwa mchanga kwa kichwa? It is Mama fulani who had told her baby to go and do that.
You know, children are just...
You can't keep a secret to children.
No, it's a lie.
Yeah,
umejidanganya.
So they would tell me, even mom and Mama Nani and Mama fulani, they talked about you every day. What do they talk? Like yesterday they were saying they'll come cook at your doorstep and mwaga mafuta and flour. And actually I met the way the kid told me, I met it like that. So I was getting even like tired because you come unaosha matope ya watu, unaoshia watu maunga walipikia hapo, and you have other things to do. You're getting tired. Another day she comes and tells me, Mom told me to be taking your kids' toys and destroy them.
Okay.
Now this time I leave my baby with a woman in a certain, or not even in a daycare. It is just a woman I knew through a friend, and said I'll be leaving the baby there. Guess what? I come in the evening, I meet my baby is cut. Deep cuts.
What?
Deep cuts.
What happened?
When I ask the baby, she says vizuri ni auntie.
Amemkata.
But when the auntie approaches, because amekwa baridi, haizi sema, anatetemeka hivi.
Walimkata na nini?
Me, I think walitumia kisu. The way the cuts were deep, walitumia kisu.
So you rushed the baby to the hospital?
Me, I don't want to talk about that. I was depressed to a point. Kuna kitu kubwa nilikuwa naona. Si kupeleka mtoto hosi.
Alipona?
Na nikamsafirisha nikamleta Nairobi kwa beshte yangu akiwa hivyo. God alimponya because I needed somebody to stay now with the baby now that hata daycare siwezi acha mtoto wangu. So I brought the baby to a friend here in Nairobi, anakaa along the road, akakaa na yeye kidogo.
Sasa hiyo kuna job?
Niko job. That's why namleta huko juu siwezi muacha kwa daycare tena. Na niko job na nikimpelekea sister yangu, she used to stay with her a bit, alafu ananirudishia. So nikasema nimpeleke huko kwa kiasi nikijua sana nitakaa na mtoto wangu aje. So when I went for her, I decided now I'll be going with her to work. Remember, this baby is autistic. She's hyper, and you're going with her to work.
Not workable.
And you know, I'm walking to and from work because I can't afford fare.
9,000.
I can't afford.
So
I'm walking. This baby, her legs were not so strong. She couldn't walk like for a long distance. So you carry the baby. Na unapitia mahali kuna milima na unateremka. Unaenda naye kazi, unafanya naye with her hyperactivity. Na hakuwa amejua kwenda kwa choo. So you carry even the potty there. It was difficult.
I know.
Very difficult.
I know.
So you think I have family who can even stay with her for me, but they can't. Wamekata. So when I was in Nyeri is when now I looked for a school for the baby. A special school. The dad said he'll pay. So he started paying. The baby went to school. So the baby would just come when they closed schools. So that was better because the expenses are a bit reduced in the house.
And you became easy to move.
Easy to move now because it's so, when they closed just like a month is when I used to stay with her. Now the problem was here. I started getting sickly myself. I started having numbness, uku, kifua all the time. So I was like, now. The
chest was painful?
Very painful. So I was like, and I wouldn't stay like without pneumonia for 2 weeks. The recurrent ones. Pneumonias. So I said, now who can stay with this baby for me? Like sincerely, akifunga. You says I have a problem with leaving her at the daycare. I have a problem with my siblings. I have problems everywhere.
You virtually can't trust anyone. You're still working.
You see kwa plot venye wanamfanyia. So can you leave that baby with any of them in the plot?
Definitely no. So you're still working and you're now sick.
And I'm now sick. And I'm depressed because huko ndio nakwambia walikuwa nani depressed. The talking was too much. Like they would call one another when I'm coming out of the work and they would all stay at the gate. You don't know what they're doing there. One time I had somebody calling them she's at this place, so you people come out. So I asked myself, why are they coming out? To do what? Just to stand at the gate
and look at you. Weird.
So I told God, it's okay, it's fine. So now I'm depressed,
and you're sick.
And I'm sick. Now the suicidal thoughts came back again.
Second time.
And this time they were worse because it's like you hit a rock. Every time you try, you hit a rock. Hakuna mahali pazuri kwako, si kazi, si wapi. Because even at work I was being discriminated over.
Yeah.
So I said, now what I will do is kill myself again. I want to kill myself and my baby. So I called a friend. I knew her on Facebook. She just gave me her number and kept quiet. I called her. I told her, Fulani, now me, I want to kill myself. But she knew a bit of my story. I had told her, but not everything. So I told her, now I want to kill myself. Why? I think I was not meant to live. I think God just created me not to live because I have so many challenges. She told me, Grace, she was in a matatu. She alighted. She told me, let me alight. Nitalipa, ni alight, ni kukol. Can you please, Grace, don't kill yourself. See, that baby has a daddy. Na huyu baba ndiye anakufanyanga ukuwe na stress hivi. Fanya hivi. When they close, don't go for her. Tell the daddy now this time to go for her. Because now unataka kujiua, because everything
is not working.
In your life is not working. So just tell the baby daddy to take the baby now. But don't kid yourself. So I thought about it. Yeah. I called the teacher. I told the teacher, now this time when they close school, it's the daddy will pick the baby. And I gave them the number to the baby daddy. When I told the baby daddy, he started the abuses again. He used to insult me so much. So he insulted me. You are good for nothing. You don't think you are a mother. What. I told him, now, you are the one who is behind all my trouble. And you're talking like this. If it were you going through this for all those years, would you be alive? I told him, now, enough is enough.
Pick the child.
So mimi, closing day ikakuja. I don't know even whether he picked the kid or not.
Because of the way you're stressed.
And me, I was in depression state kabisa.
Yeah, ushatoka stress.
Niko depression kabisa. Hata si, in fact, hata ningekutana naye kwa barabara, I know you and I didn't see you.
Oh, yeah.
Unanipigia simu, Grace, I met you on the road, you didn't say hi. Where, I think I saw you, where was that? Because now I'm not myself.
Absolutely.
So that is when I said, nikataka kujua, but it just happened. I had a voice that I didn't even kill myself.
Just say it. You bought the dawa again, another one.
Yes, I bought the dawa again. Marathion this time. I came with it in the house.
Yeah.
I opening, I started thinking about the baby again.
Oh.
I'm thinking about the baby and a voice comes. And it is that shouting loud. Don't do it. But I don't see anybody who is saying that.
That
but
must have been. Yeah.
Actually, niliachilia dawa hivi, pole pole, nikakaa hivi. And who could be that one?
Yeah.
And I said, Amma, I don't know.
That was God.
So I said, so I should.
Because the devil would have encouraged you to kill yourself.
To kill myself.
That was God.
So I started looking myself in the house.
Yeah, depression now went to the next level.
Yes. Sitaki kuona mtu. It's when I decided now nikuje. Na niko sick, kifua na bado na huku joints na numbness huku. I think nilikuwa natafuta na arthritis juu ya baridi ya Nyeri. So I decided now, let me go to the training to go to Saudi, to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So I went.
Where was it happening? Nairobi?
Is it somewhere near it is Juja.
Okay.
Somewhere near Juja.
Not Nyeri. Now you've left Nyeri.
Yeah, I've left Nyeri. I've come to.
The baby Juja. Has already. Ujui kama alichukuliwa ama kwa shule.
Juu hata hiyo siku alikuwa anachukuliwa, nilitusiwa na sistangu. Na ananitusi badala wa organize, they know what the man has made me go through. Badala ya ongea with the man, they are abusing me.
Yeah.
I went now only. Sijui hata the baby kama alichukuliwa. I have no information.
You don't even hata huko.
Hata siko huko, hata sitaki kupigia teacher asianze kuniharass because even the teachers used to harass me.
Yeah.
So I don't want even to call the teacher. Juu ataanza kuniharass. So the best thing now, it is to forget about that baby.
First of all, you concentrate on yourself.
On myself.
Yeah.
So nikaenda training. Huko nikakohoa. Actually, the matron there used to ask me, and are you sure you're going to Saudi Arabia? And the way hata nikashikwa na pneumonia, the real one. So I told her I'll see what to do after the training. So I finished the training. I went to Nyeri again. I started my behavior kujifungia kwa nyumba. This is the time I decided now that guy, the one I told, I had a guy we were in the same WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
He was an accountant.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Yeah.
I told him, now I need a job. He said, give me your CV. I sent it to so many companies. You can't miss one. So he did like that.
Yeah. What a good friend.
Yes, I got one job. So when I got the job, I came back now to Nairobi.
Yeah.
Now I came back to live. You remember the house help that I was with when I was getting sacked in Nairobi the last time?
Yeah, when you came to Nyeri.
I came back to stay with her.
She's now, she has a home.
She's working at a company in Roiro, and that is where she stays.
Wow. You see now the importance of workers treating house helps nicely. This
but
one now
this one mistreated me.
Now mdosi amekuja kukaa na yeye.
Hata silali juu ya stress yenye ananipea. Madharau everywhere na kuniongelesha vibaya na kuniambia vibaya na kuniambia you look bad. Hata self esteem yangu ikaenda chini.
Oh my.
I am not beautiful, such things. Self esteem yangu. She would come and just say like I'm smelling.
And that time you have gotten a job.
Niko job.
So how is the job?
No, the job has the same discrimination.
Job number 6. Is it?
This is 6, Ama?
Job number 6, yes. Or 7.
1, 2, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 7.
Job number 7.
Yes. So when I was there, now the discrimination was still there. So I was asking myself, how do they trace me? And that is when I came to realize my CV, when the referees comes from the same company I worked for in there.
The first one.
The first one. So labda, that is where they are connecting.
Yeah.
So I started working there. I worked. So being 24th May last year is when now a friend called me. He told me
2023. That time you have, from which year did you not see your baby?
From 2022 June to now we are in May 2023. I've not seen my baby yet.
You've not spoken to her?
I don't know how she's faring. I don't know whether she's alive.
Yeah.
I know nothing about her.
Yeah.
So now a friend calls me. They come from the same Ushago with my baby daddy. And they happen to stay in Bahati at some point with them.
Yeah.
She calls me and tells me he's dead. He has passed on.
The man?
The man. When? Yesterday night.
What happened?
And that night, I had weird dreams. Very weird dreams. In fact, I was sick. At the point I didn't even go to work.
Yeah.
The day he was passing on. So I'm like, now, this family has really tortured me. So how do I get my baby? Of course, I told her I will not go to the burial.
Let me ask quickly, not specifically, what was the issue? Was it disease? Was it an accident? What happened?
Yeah, it was disease.
Okay.
Yeah, I came to learn that he had some sort of ufimbe kwa gallbladder, and he was having bleeding ulcers and low blood pressure. So all put together.
Combined together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that one was coming to learn later. Actually, do you know, I saw it on the, what do we call them? Urology. That is where I saw.
Yeah.
But before then, I didn't know what he did. So that is when now I decided I want to go for the burial. And I was very comfortable. So on Sunday, that was on Wednesday. On Sunday, a friend we used to work with in that company called me. Now the first one where the baby dad used to work. Calls me and tells me, Grace, you have to go for the burial. I told her no.
And you mentioned it was a command.
It was a command. You have to go because of your baby. Even for the inheritance and all that. I said, Mimi, Eunice, I need nothing from that family. All I need is peace. In fact, if they are not willing to give me that baby in peace, let them stay even with the baby. All I need right now is peace. Yes. she hangs up, but tells me, call the boss. I tell her, I had the number for the boss, but I told her I didn't have the number. So she sends.
Yeah.
I says, I might call him. So I call the boss.
Yeah.
Here I tell him, Mr. Meta, I've had this and that. Oh, okay. He tells me, you have to go for the burial. And I'll give you a number for somebody. I knew the guy because I used to work there. Even when I used to work there, the guy used to be there. He's a transport manager in that company. So I'll give you the number for Fulani, you talk, and then you arrange how you'll get there. So I asked myself, should I go? But how will they treat me?
Yeah.
The same discrimination. I'm fed up. But I went.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You gathered courage.
I gathered courage.
Yeah.
I went to the burial, but there was so much.
It was bad.
It was bad. No one recognized me. Even eulogy, I was not there, only the baby. And after the burial, I was not allowed to see my baby. I would see her from a distance.
Yeah.
Because now she was the main person there. I would see her from a distance. But they did not allow me to see her. So I went to the brother to the baby daddy, and asked if I could see my baby. So he sends me to another woman. This woman talked a lot of shit. I can't even talk about it. So I said, it's fine, then let me be fine. But I was not fine. You can't be okay when you see your baby from a distance.
It is
in a year.
Yeah.
You have not seen her, and they have disallowed you to see her. So I said, it's fine, but I'm gathering courage now.
Burial ended, you went.
So when I was going back, is when some girls came in the vehicle that I was given by the company to take me to the burial. And now they started saying, we are carrying on Kuria's legacy. I said again, the same distress. Kwani you people, you are not even merciful. Hata msiniogope, simuogope tu Mungu. I'm telling myself inside me. Simuogope tu Mungu, mwachane na mimi. I've been through enough now. And actually, they made their word true. The discrimination is still there until today. Even after the burial, I got another job in Nakuru. There was still the same, although they had reduced. I think they were learning I was completely worn out kabisa. Sina anything left. You depress somebody to a point you can't depress them anymore.
They're even wondering how you are still alive.
In fact, some of them could say,
open.
Openly. Whatever you have gone through, I don't think anyone could go through. You have gone through too much.
Yeah.
So when I was in Nakuru is when the same friend called me. Whoever called me when I wanted to commit suicide in Nyeri.
The Facebook friend.
Yes, the Facebook friend. She told me, Grace, I think, I don't know, I lost your contacts, but I went to Safaricom. I had to replace all my contacts.
For you, imagine.
Now, where are you?
Yeah.
I told her, I'm in Nakuru. So what has transpired since we talked last time? I told her briefly. She told me, now you need to go and fuata where your baby is. I said, but now, how will you see? It is very difficult.
Did you mention that friend you had never met physically?
Even now, I've never met her.
That's an angel.
It's an angel.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I told her, now, you want me to go back to Nairobi? Yes.
Yeah.
To get your baby back.
Yeah.
So there's this man I was talking with. We were friends for a long time, like 2 years.
Yeah.
But we had never arranged like staying together.
Yeah.
But now I'm going back to Nairobi. I don't have a place to stay. But he's there pressing me, come we stay together. But again, he had met a friend of mine. Now the girl I used to stay with in at Roiro. So what was he told? Is it that they have planned again? Now they are pushing me to the same stress again. So that was in my mind.
Yeah. And
I was not trusting the guy. And trust me, when I came to his house, he started treating me like the other man.
What?
Shouts, what? But I said, let me persevere. I get back my baby. I know where to go now. So I didn't have any number for my baby daddy's family.
Yeah, that was 2023. What time? What month?
No,
last year, which
September.
month? September.
Last year. Sina number ya mtu kuko home.
Yeah.
But I need to get my baby.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
So I called the boss. huyu work hii kampuni alikuwa anafanya.
Yeah.
Kamwambia now I needed to contact the family and see if they could give me back my baby. And this time, sorry, I've forgotten to tell you.
Yeah.
The day I came from Nakuru is when I shared my story somewhere. So it went public. So you see, they saw, they have not seen the story, but the story is there now.
Yeah.
So I came, I called him. He told me, I'll give you a number for a certain guy. You talk to him, he can give you the number to now the baby daddy's brother. When I texted the guy, he didn't reply. So I said, let me go to the WhatsApp group that was for the burial. I see whether I can get a number that I can contact.
Fortunately, they hadn't closed it.
Okay, me, I'd even left the group, but I've not deleted it from my phone. It was still there. So I went, I got the number to the brother's daughter. I called the daughter. I told her, now I need your daddy's number. She says, I will give you. She didn't give me. After 3 weeks, I say, now I've stayed for 3 weeks, she has not given. Can you call her back? Yes.
Kwani, how long does it take to send a number?
Exactly. So now this time she tells me, instead I will give him your number.
Atakupigia.
I stay, no one calls me.
Yeah.
So the day they saw my story on that channel I had shared is when they called me. And says, because I had said now, all I'm asking if anybody knows them to bring back my kid.
Yeah.
They say, hakuna mtu amekataa na mtoto wako. And for this long they had not contacted.
Of course they feared. They've seen, yeah.
They have seen. So now, hey, we meet with the brother.
Yeah.
He tells me, I will give you back your baby in December. So I'm like, now from here we are in October. So what is making you not give me my baby now? Because he's in a school at Nyeri and she's taking some medicine. Okay, I say, okay, that is not an excuse, but let me wait.
Yeah. That was a very lame excuse. Yeah,
exactly. So I wait. December comes. He switches off his phone.
Yeah.
And that is all. I call. It is off.
2023 December.
So that is when I contacted now the boss now had told me to be dealing with his wakili. So I called the wakili. I told her, now Fulani, these people, I don't know whether they will give me back my baby. And this time I was having weird dreams that my baby is not, that I could see my baby is not okay, because I could dream like my baby is crossing the road, no one is looking after her, but God protects her, she crosses. So I could see she's in somehow, she's not okay, only God who is protecting her. So it reached a point I wouldn't eat because of the baby. I started losing weight. I'm not eating, I'm just thinking about the baby.
You're still with this man?
Yes, I'm still with this man and going through a lot with him. But I'm saying, let me get my baby, I see what I can do. But clearly, now I know when they met with the girl, there's something.
The chain.
Yes, the chain. So I say now, when I got the baby, the baby was dropped on the road. She was not brought even with one cloth.
What?
Yes. Now I call the wakili, I tell her, the baby has no clothes, but she's brought. And I was crying because if you would have seen my baby, she was almost dying. The health would tell you. And marks all over.
What were they doing to her?
She told me she told me the name of the lady. I don't know her, but when she sees her on the video for the burial, she tells me this is the lady. She knows even her name. She tells me this is the one who tortured me. He used to get kiberiti, anawasha, anachoma, stones anamgonga nazo. And this man we are living with, yani anataka kunionyesha that is nothing. I should not even care about that.
It's not a big deal.
And you know, I am stressed seeing the baby like that. Even I was asking God, will my baby get back to a baby?
Let me ask, at some point she was going to school, right? Didn't the school notice those marks? No. And they know it's a special child?
Now you know, these people don't care, because now I know the chain had gone to school. They don't care.
Yeah. That was.
There are people who have, I don't know, they don't have humanity in themselves. So this is the baby is back
December now.
Yeah,
last
December.
year.
The company starts now funding me. Or yani the benefits for the dad. They start giving me kidogo. But now they tell me there is a will, there is all these things, but I've never seen them. There is a will, these are complex cases, do what, but I've never seen the will.
Yeah.
I don't know how complex the case is. And he tells me the brothers have a problem with you. We have never crossed.
No.
So where is the problem?
Yeah.
But she tells me correctly, clearly, they have a problem with you.
At least we thank God you have the baby now.
Yeah.
You've managed to help her, like, get better.
Okay, now she's better.
Yeah, but she's in school.
Yeah, she's in school now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We thank God because at least we believe that she'll be better now that she's back in your hands.
Yeah.
What happened with your relationship with this other
man? Now it reached a point, he started becoming so brutal.
Yeah.
Is that time he fought me so hard. In fact, he was saying he wanted to kill me.
Why?
I just commented. I told him, you're not yourself. You're behaving like the other person. So somebody must have recruited you into some shit. So that's why you're behaving like this.
Yeah.
That is what made him fight me.
Like violence?
So violent, he wanted to kill me. He was saying he wanted to kill me, and by the look of things, he was saying he wanted to kill me.
Akakuchapa?
Akanichapa vibaya sana. But now, I'd not settled after getting the baby to start moving out.
Yeah.
And then I was fearing he was so he was so brutal with me that if I went to Hama, he would tell caretaker something, maybe block her or something. I was afraid. I was frightened.
So you stayed.
Yeah, and the stalking here is still there. Everything that was being done, even the discrimination where I was living, the same.
Yeah.
So I told, I just, okay, there are times you live, not because you want to live. Have you ever lived, you have nothing good making you live,
no.
but you are just living.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just living. So when I went back to the house now after I was fought, but we slept outside with the baby the whole night.
Yeah.
So I went back to the house. Now he started he's stressing me in the house, breaking things, breaking my phones. He would take my phone and anaisharibu, ana break phone,
mtoto anaona hiyo vitu yote.
Hata mtoto aliona akinichapa.
Oh my.
In fact hata saa hii ananiambianga sitaki dadi. Alikuchapa.
Oh.
So that is when now me I was praying to God, let it come from him to achane. Juu mimi nikisema nitoke, he will start becoming violent. Na sijui nitatoka aje, juu naona they are talking one thing with the caretaker of the plot. Sasa nitatoka aje.
Yeah.
But eventually it came from him.
Yeah.
But they had organized. Venye nitafungiwa nyumba. I gave him money to pay the house, he refused to pay. So wakakunywa and with the caretaker, and they came and closed the house.
So that's the opportunity you used to work on.
So that was a very good opportunity for me. Okay, I felt bad because that is not the way to do things, because huyo caretaker anajua walifanya na yeye so very well, and then they wananifungia nyumba. So nikatafuta nyumba. I moved from there with my baby. Okay, the stalking has not stopped, but it has decreased. And I've increased my prayer life. Like I usually wake up at 3 a.m. to pray. Yeah. And I fast a lot nowadays.
Yeah, wonderful.
Because I'm praying that my life would change. At least for the remaining years, God will give me, I stay at peace.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've heard that story. It is one that is, as her enemies were saying, you'd wonder how she has, managed to be alive at this particular time. But as she has said, only prayers have kept her alive together with her child. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that whatever you're going through, it is not the end of the road. Books have not been closed against you. The chapters have not yet been closed against you. She has been through it all. She's still here, and she's still very optimistic that life will become better for her. That is why she's praying more. That is why she's fasting more and waiting on God, believing that God will open a door for her and her daughter. These are things that are happening to so many women. A lot of violence, a lot of discrimination, a lot of colleagues making battles in the office place. And I want to tell you that by the grace of God, you will overcome them. It may be an opportunity whereby you don't know whether to leave work or whether to stay, because there are bills that look at you, there are children that are looking at you, there are challenges all over. So you have to endure and stay in a hostile environment for work. Again, coming back at home, marriage is not good. But my encouragement to you this morning is that there is a God, and that God is watching and is faithful, and he's just to bring you out of any challenge that you're going through. Maybe just to hear from you.
Yes.
Just speak to someone who is going through something. Yes. As a woman.
Yes.
You have a child, you're a mother.
Yes.
You are married, you have been in marriage.
Yes.
Just speak to someone and speak words of encouragement to someone who is going through probably what you're going through or worse. Just you look at that camera and just tell them something.
Okay, for those who are going challenges, especially because of their lovers or in marriages or something, I would tell you there is God in heaven who can change things eventually, and I believe he will change things for me eventually. So just keep praying, don't go anywhere, and God will change your story. I believe that. And please, you have heard, I once wanted to commit suicide. Let it not be a chapter for you. Just keep praying, just keep trusting God, and things will change. I believe, and I'm so sure God will change my story.
Amen. That's amazing. Be encouraged. Know that God is on your side. And today I want us to be a blessing. Grace has done CPA. She's a professional, an accountant by profession. If you know whereby she can be able to get a good job. Now we don't want to use the channel that she has been using of the stalkers and those people that go and talk behind her badly in the new office. We are going even to change her CV. The people that are referees down there, she will change all that. Because from today in Royalty Divine, this is going to be a new beginning for her. An opening that you can be able to, ask her to send her CVs there. A job that you can hold her hand and take her there. Why don't we become a blessing in Royalty Divine Women's Show this time and help her regain her status again? The best way you can help someone in life is not give them food. I won't tell you we give her money for shopping. I won't tell you we pay her rent. I won't tell you we take care of her child. I won't tell you we run after the will of the baby daddy and, get her money. The best way you can be able to empower someone is teach them how to fish. Don't give them the fish. Teach them how to fish. Show them this is the office, this is the biashara, this is the thing whereby you need to put your effort day in, day out, and take care of yourself and take care of your baby. And one of the things that I know is when you empower someone financially, you give them a voice. So even if it is running after the will of the baby daddy, the child being able to get back what probably had been is justly being held up against her, then with the money she'll have gotten from the job, you will help her connect. From the job, we will all search for her. She'll be able to follow up what is justly for the child. So using the church line that we have, 0705 899 608. Again, we are not going to share her number here for the sake of protecting her. So we are going to, in case of any help that you need to give Grace, you give it to 0705 899 9608. Remember, she is a profession. She shouldn't be at home. She can work. She's had, we have counted 7 or 8 jobs. So her CV is well loaded. So if you know a job, whether in Kenya, whether outside Kenya, or where you can be able to connect her to give her a new start and a better start for her life and for her daughter. Now she has the baby back. Please become a blessing. We are women, and the best way we can be able to lift each other is by helping each other, by being a sister and adjusting each other's crown. So the number is 0705 899 608. just send a text, just call and say, I want to be a blessing to Grace, and personally I'll connect you to her. And of course, definitely after following up and knowing that you are for her good. So God bless you. Thank you for watching Royalty Divine Women's Show. This has been Scars to Stars, and we believe that you have been blessed in a better way, and your life can never remain the same again. If you know anyone that would be fit to sit on this couch and also tell us her story or their story, we would be more than willing to be able to bring them on this couch. We are all about empowering women and bringing hope to every woman. This has been Royalty Divine Women's Show, where we build a lasting distinction. Keep watching Soatv, touching lives with the power of love. Shalom. God bless you.